a 12-bar blues in the key of B. I'd like to talk through each section of what I just played and why I played it. The progression I was following was just your typical 12-bar blues progression. I'll just throw it here, probably sick of hearing about it, so there it is. If you think I jumped through anything too quickly, just leave it in the comments and I'll try and spend more time on it in the future. If you want to just write a comment to give me some words of encouragement, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you feel you want to like, subscribe and follow me, that would be great. If not, I get it. And cheers for watching anyway. Let's jump in. Cheers. So we're on the 1 chord and we're coming in on a B. And that's just the B. From this shape here, that's just your E shape, but as a B. E, F, G, A, B. Now, if you've listened to me before or watched any of my clips, you've probably heard me talk about the 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1. You want to get that memorized. It's the same for all your open chords, which is quite handy. 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 1, 3. And obviously that just moves along. So wherever you're playing, if you're playing an A shape, that's it as a D. That's 1, 5, 1, 3. If you're playing it as an E shape like we're doing just now, we still have our 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1. So definitely worthwhile remembering. Right, we're coming in there on the root, the 1, and then we're sliding into our 3. 1, 5, 1, 3. And then we're just going to walk up our major pentatonic shape 1. And this is our major pentatonic shape 1, in case you don't know. If you don't know, you got to get it learned. Then we're going into our minor pentatonic shape. And we're coming in here on the flat 7. So wherever there's a root note, a whole tone behind, which is just skipping a fret, you'll find the flat 7. Ooh, not that one. There we go. So we're jumping in the flat 7 as part of our minor pentatonic shape, and we're sliding up, well, sorry, we're bending, or sliding if you want, up to our root note. And then we have this wee move. So what's happening there? Again, we have our 1 and our 3. 1, 5, 1, 3. Our 1 and our 3. And this wee note here, that's our 6. If we just count up scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have our 1, 3 and our 6. And if we take that all down, that exact shape, just slide it down, we end up on our flat 7, our 9, and our 5. And then, now if you don't recognise that wee move, you will recognise this one. Now I've not got the biggest hands, it's no secret, so I never liked that wee stretch, that makes me uncomfortable. So I tend to revert to this, and it's a nice way to fill. You get the idea. Nice way to fill space when you're on your own. You can do it for all your chords. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing there. I'm doing that 1, 5, 1, 6, 1 flat 7, only I'm doing it here. 1, 6, 1 flat 7. So altogether now we have. Then we're just jumping into our minor pentatonic shape 1, and we're just doing whatever we feel like. So there we're just bending up on the 3rd string in that shape, on the 9th fret, walking up the 2nd string, back to that original note that we bent on the 3rd string, then 7th fret on the 2nd string, 7th fret on the 3rd string, pulling off from our root to our flat 7, up to our 5th, the scale back to our root note. Doing the same kind of move but ending a wee bit different. Then I'm going to slide up into our 5, hit the root note, and then I get to build this B7 here, which is just a D7, moved along till it becomes a B7. Alright, so that gives us at this point we're about to move into our 4 chord. That's the E7, and we're going to use this wee move again. Now that's the same as when you did this for the B7, but you're doing it around an E7 this time. So that'll be just like before, that'll be your 1, your 3, and your 6, and you're shifting it back into your flat 7, your 9, and your 5. And then I like this wee move. What's happening there? So if you think of this E7 as an A, you have the 1, 5, 1, 3, 5. So that's where we've got our 3 and our 5. Now the distance between a 3 and a 5 is a flat third, which is just a way of saying skip 2 frets. So we can shift that up and play it right next to itself and do exactly the same thing. So we have 3, 5, and then 5 and a. If we go up a flat third from the 5, we get the flat 7. Because here's our E, which is what we're playing over. We're on the 4 chord. E and a whole tone behind is E's flat 7. Now that'll work for any chord if you're playing over the B7, the E7, the F sharp 7. It's a nice wee trick if you're running out of ideas. Not that I was running out of ideas, maybe I was running out of ideas, I don't know, but I use it all the time, love it. Right, so that gives us, then I'm just jumping back into this again. And then I love this. And that takes us back into our 1 chord. But what am I doing there? I'm playing just different shapes of the flat 7 chord, the dominant 7th chord for E. So this is an E. This is an E7 played with a D7 shape. D7, D sharp 7, E7. This is an E7, but if you don't recognise it, you'll definitely recognise this. It's the same thing. I'm just bringing that open along, that's why it looks slightly different. So what have I got there? I've got my pinky, my 4th finger, on the 7th fret of the 1st string. Then I've got my 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Then I have my 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Then I have my 2nd finger on the 4th string, and that's the 6th fret. So we have, and then up here, you all recognise this, that's just your A7, but played as an E7. And you can do that again for any chord you want. And then I land on my B7. But I could do that for B7 as well. If I started here, I have my B7, B7, and then B7 up here. Now that's fun to practice if you have the time. I hope you have the time. Spend some time doing that. Alright, that gives us this. That takes us through our 2 bars of E7, back onto our 1 chord. And that's what we play. Now that's just our minor pentatonic shape 1 again, just doing whatever I felt at the time. and I add in that major third, well, the third at one point, that classic move. Alright, I'll do it slow. Right, now I've ended here on my F sharp, which is what my 5 chord is. So I've implied that's coming, and then I'm doing this. Now that's just the same as that wee move I showed you earlier, only I'm taking it another step further. I'm doing exactly the same idea. I'm playing my 3 and my 5, my 5 and my flat 7, then if I take that exact same shape and move it right next to itself, again, same as we did before, I end up with a flat 7 and a flat 9. Alright, there's our F sharp, which would be the 1 or the 8, and then our 9 would be here, and there's the flat 9. Alright, that gives us this. Alright, back into my 4 chord. You can see I'm just back down there again. I'm playing the 3 and the 5. And then, alright, that's how we kind of, suppose kind of Dorian move. Back into our minor pentatonic shape, up to the root note from a turnaround. Slide up into the 5 chord as an A shape, and then just chromatically shift that down back into my major 7, no sorry, my major chord, really I've not got any 7s there, my major B major. Again slower. Back to my 6 and my flat 7. And that finishes it. I hope you found that helpful. If there's anything that I rushed through, just leave a comment and I'll revisit it.